Picture this, a solitary figure standing on a windswept cliff, the crashing waves below echoing the turbulence of their thoughts. What force could possibly unite the brilliant minds of Einstein, Tesla, and Wolff across centuries of human achievement? The answer lies not in crowded laboratories or bustling cafes, but in the profound silence of solitude. These titans of creativity didn't just tolerate being alone, they craved it, cultivated it, weaponized it. The modern world screams that connection is king, yet history whispers a different truth through the lives of those who changed everything. How many groundbreaking ideas were born not from collaboration, but from the white-hot focus of a mind left undisturbed? The symphony of silence plays an unexpected melody, one that transforms isolation from punishment to superpower. Consider Einstein's daily walks where relativity took shape, Tesla's midnight visions of alternating current, Wolff's private room where literary revolutions began. These weren't accidents of genius, but deliberate acts of withdrawal from the noise of the world. What if the most radical act of productivity isn't another notification, but the courage to disconnect completely? The evidence surrounds us in Newton's plague-year discoveries, Dickinson's secluded poems, Darwin's 5-year voyage on the Beagle. Their breakthroughs share an unspoken common denominator, the alchemy that occurs when brilliant minds meet uninterrupted time. This isn't just history, it's a provocation. In an age of constant connectivity, we've forgotten what our ancestors knew, that true innovation requires not just brains, but breathing room. The question isn't whether solitude matters, but whether we're brave enough to embrace it. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast, silent forest. The air is thick with possibility, the only sound the whisper of leaves underfoot. This is not emptiness, this is the birthplace of revolutions. From Darwin's solitary walks to Einstein's thought experiments, history's greatest leaps forward emerged not from crowded rooms, but from the sacred space of aloneness. Why does the modern world fear what geniuses have always cherished? The answer lies in our fundamental misunderstanding of solitude itself. Consider Newton's plague years. While London emptied around him, a young man sat beneath an apple tree, not running from the world, but running toward a deeper truth. The falling fruit wasn't just gravity's call, it was solitude's gift. In that quiet space between panic and pandemic, calculus was born. This pattern repeats through history like a fractal, Beethoven composing symphonies in deafness, Marie Curie measuring radioactivity in a drafty shed. Their tools weren't committees or focus groups, but uninterrupted time and the courage to listen. The modern world screams that connection is oxygen, yet we choke on its excess. Silicon Valley designs open offices while forgetting Steve Jobs' Zen retreats. Universities prize group projects over Thoreau's Walden Pond epiphanies. We've confused loneliness, the ache for connection, with solitude, the art of communion with oneself. The difference? Loneliness drains. Solitude fills. One is a wound, the other a whetstone sharpening the mind's blade. Watch any great predator hunt. The lion doesn't prowl in packs when stalking genius. It waits alone, muscles coiled, senses heightened. So too with breakthroughs. Tesla's visions crackled to life during midnight walks. Dickinson's poetry bloomed in her Amherst bedroom. Their secret? They understood solitude's alchemy, how silence transforms empty space into a crucible where ordinary thoughts become extraordinary revelations. The question isn't whether we can afford solitude, but whether we can afford to ignore it any longer. Picture this, a quiet orchard in Lincolnshire, 1666. A solitary figure sits beneath an apple tree, lost in thought. Isaac Newton, exiled from Cambridge by the plague, turns isolation into revelation. The falling apple isn't just fruit, it's the birth of universal gravitation. But how? How does solitude transform ordinary observation into earth-shaking discovery? Newton's own words reveal the answer. I keep the subject constantly before me, and wait till the first dawnings open slowly by little and little into a full light. This wasn't mere happenstance, it was the alchemy of uninterrupted focus, where silence became the crucible for genius. Fast forward to 1845, Walden Pond. Henry David Thoreau builds his 10 by 15-foot cabin, seeking to live deliberately. The world mocked him, a Harvard-educated man playing hermit in the woods. Yet from this self-imposed isolation flowed Walden, a manifesto that would redefine humanity's relationship with nature. Thoreau didn't just observe the pond, he became its student, documenting the precise day the ice broke each spring, the symphony of bird calls at dawn. His journals reveal the shocking truth: it took 17 drafts over 9 years to distill those 2 years of solitude into 300 pages. Perfection demanded isolation. Consider Einstein's miracle year of 1905. A 26-year-old patent clerk, rejected from academia, scribbles equations alone in his Bern apartment. No lab, no colleagues, just relentless thought experiments about light beams and moving trains. From this solitude erupts special relativity, quantum theory, and E equals mc squared. The pattern is undeniable: when the world's noise fades, the mind's voice amplifies. Even Darwin's 5-year voyage on the Beagle was essentially solitary, confined to his tiny cabin, transforming seasickness into evolutionary theory through thousands of specimen sketches. History whispers a counterintuitive truth: our greatest leaps forward often come from stepping back. Michelangelo needed the silence of the Sistine Chapel to hear God's whisper in the plaster. Marie Curie's breakthrough research happened in an unheated shed she called that miserable old wooden building. The common thread? Not just intelligence, but the courage to embrace loneliness. As Newton proved, sometimes you must retreat from the world to truly understand its workings. The apple didn't fall differently that day, Newton simply had the silence to notice. Section Key Insight: 1 generation failed. Imagine standing in the middle of Times Square at midnight, neon signs screaming for attention, smartphones buzzing with notifications, 1,000 voices competing for your focus. This isn't just New York City, this is the modern mind. We've built a world where solitude has become the rarest commodity, where silence is so uncomfortable we'd rather drown in digital noise than face our own thoughts. But here's the paradox: the greatest breakthroughs in human history emerged from quiet contemplation. Newton discovered gravity in quarantine. Darwin developed evolution sailing alone for 5 years. Woolf wrote masterpieces in her solitary writing shed. What are we sacrificing at the altar of constant connection? The silence between notes creates the symphony. The white space around text gives it meaning. Yet we become terrified of the void, filling every spare moment with podcasts, social media, and endless scrolling. Our brains are starving for what they desperately need: the nourishing emptiness where ideas crystallize and connections form.